Did you know that there's over 50 cigar sizes and that number is just getting bigger every year as the boutique and the cigar industry expands? Today we're going to look at just a couple of the sizes and break down a few of the terminology. Welcome back everyone to another episode of the Jackleg Act. As always, my name is Mushki and I'm your guys' Master Jackleg. Today we're going to look at some cigar sizes. Cigar smoking has become a pastime, a passion of mine, another Jackleg act, if you will, that I've picked up. And as I get more and more into it, I kind of start seeing all the sizes of cigars. And I just recently went into a brick and mortar cigar shop that I'd never been in, and I walked in and I go through and humidor's here. I walk in there and just massive amount of inventory. The way I thought of it, I was like, I wonder what the first people, the way I was, an analogy that I can give you is, I bet you I felt like the first people that went into a Walmart felt. Like, when Walmart opened up its first door, it's like, whoa, that's a big store. That's how the cigar place was. And there was just dozens and dozens of different sizes. So without further ado, let's get started. Here is a picture, courtesy of Google, of a chart with a lot of cigar sizes. There's like 30 or so on this chart, and it's not all inclusive, and there's plenty more. As you can see, there's just a big number of cigars. And like I said, it's just growing every year, every quarter. As companies try to grow and expand and create a name for themselves, they create new sizes in the making. And each brand is going to call their sizes something slightly different, or a standard name will maybe be a different size for each company. So the basics here, a cigar is measured in two ways: the length and then the diameter of it. Looking right here, I have a cigar. So there's the length, and this length is a 5-inch, and then the ring gauge is a 50. Now, what is 50? 50 inches? There's no way it's 50 inches. Centimeters? No. What the 50 means is that is the diameter in 64ths of an inch. Okay, I know it's a little complicated there, but so if this was a 64 ring gauge, it would be 1 inch in diameter. If it was a 32 ring gauge, 32 64ths is actually a half, so it'd be a half-inch diameter. And it, goes up and down from there, and there's actually bigger than 64 ring gauge cigars. There's 70, there's even an 80 ring gauge cigar. So now you're talking an inch and, almost a quarter. That's just a massive cigar. And then, like I said, so the length is, 5 inches. A cigar of this size, which is the 5 by 50, is going to be considered more than likely a robusto. The robusto is the #1 selling cigar in the U.S. currently. It is actually followed up by a toro. A toro is going to be roughly the same size ring gauge, around a 47, 52, somewhere in that area. But it's going to be a little longer. Where this was 5 inches, the toro is going to be more like 6 inches, okay? This toro right here is also a little bit different, a little special. It's what they call a box press. So if you take a look at the cigar right there, you should be able to see that the cigar itself is more squared. So that's called a box press, and what it is, it's they press it into a box and it makes a square-shaped cigar. Okay? Some more aficionados and people that are a little bit more into the passion and the pastime here will say, like, box press will give you more character, more tasting notes, or sometimes it has, like, better qualities. I honestly, like I said, just get into this, have no idea if that's right or wrong. But there's still kind of a neat thing to have. Like, it's a box press. It's a square cigar. Pretty cool. So we have the robusto, the toro, Moving up one is, now we're getting into really big, is a Churchill. A Churchill is usually in the same ring gauge, so like 47 to like mid 50s. It could go a little bit bigger, but somewhere around there. Like the Toro was 6 inches, the Churchill is usually around 7 inches. So 7 by like 52, which I believe is what this one right here is. So this would be a Churchill at 7 inches long and 52 ring gauge. It's a big cigar. I mean, a cigar like this could last an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how fast you smoke. It's a big cigar. These 3 examples are all what they call a parejo type of cigar. And a parejo means that it is a straight-sided cigar. Whether it's a cylinder or a box press, they're just straight-sided. There's no tapered to it. Another classification of cigars is a figurado, and that is a cigar that has a tapered end on it. This is the only figurado I have on hand, so this is the only example I can show you in person. This is called a torpedo, and as you can see, the end tapers off kind of like a torpedo. There's a couple other sizes in the figurado. The torpedo, I think, is one of the more common, should I say. There's a perfecto, which has a tapered end on this side, a tapered end on this side. And like I said, there's dozens more of figurados, but the torpedo is going to be the most common. And then lastly, I have a sort of newer cigar, and I did just a 2-second search on Google if I could figure out what this was classified as, and it's classified as a nub. This is the nub cigar. It's actually the Connecticut. This is a 4-inch by 60 ring gauge, so it's almost an inch, and it is a nub cigar. Supposedly, when it was made or created, the creator of it said, like, hey, I can get the same full flavors you get usually from the end of a cigar in a tight, small little package that will smoke like the full flavored cigar ends, the last thirds of the cigars from start to finish. And they created a nub cigar. This is the 4-inch. They also come in 3.5, which would be just a little shorter. So again, the 3 most common is going to be the Robusto, the Toro, which I have a box pressed, and then the Churchill. All are about the same ring gauge. It just gets a little bit longer. And then the last recap, Torpedo is a tapered end, kind of looks like a torpedo. That is a couple cigar sizes. As you saw on the chart, there is many, many more, and if you are inclined, go look at the chart and find some for yourself and try to, collect them all, if you will. But if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, think about subscribing to the channel. Become a Jackleg member yourself. Join the family, okay? We're all here to learn, explore, and grow together. Drop me a comment down below with anything cigar related. Your favorite size, your favorite shape, and until next time, guys, Mushki out.